Ladies and gentlemen, we got I Am Kevin with another video. You see what I did there? Title card. Let's get right into it. I've been watching Invincible. I've been enjoying. I love Invincible. I love this new season. I don't know if I love it. It just started. But anyway, let's get right into it.
Look at you. Finally got those powers, huh? Bet you're excited, but don't get in over your head. You thought this life was gonna be easy?
Mark, stay getting his ass
Not
whipped.
even close. Oh, and
Stay
you joined that
getting
little
his ass
Justice
whipped.
League, but who are we trying to fool? That shit wasn't gonna end well. And your pops
Wiki.
going rogue? Shit, man. Couldn't have been easy. And even when you got him to leave, you somehow made your way right back. Even fought off a couple Viltrumites. I think you surprised all of us with that. Then you had that whole thing with Anissa.
He tried to back a little bit right there. Y'all remember that? With girl with the knife and the pony? Little shanking. He tried to back. He tried to get his little lick back for a second there. But he couldn't lock in for real. So he got punished.
And Angstrom, yeah, that was rough. But don't forget, I gave you a second chance. All we want to do is make the world better. Your father couldn't do it, so now you're gonna step in. You'll return to Earth. Make them bend the knee. If not, I'll come back and destroy your whole fucking planet. I don't know about y'all.
Before we get into this, I just have to say, Invincible season 3, am I the only one that's like, man, it feels like they took the Saiyan saga, right? Like they took the Saiyan saga, like the Raditz to Vegeta and Nappa and maybe Namek, but like it feels like they took that and they're like, let's take this. It really feels like the Saiyan saga, even the whole somebody warning them that they're coming, so then you have to go back and train, and then you figure out you're half, well, Goku's full Saiyan, but you are the aliens, and then you realize that they're bad, and then now you're training because one came and whooped you down. But I love the Saiyan saga, so there ain't no problem with that.
Invincible has become one of the few shows that I'll actually watch weekly, and probably the only show I want to make vids on weekly. Like that trailer, I don't know what Mark did for Cecil to be acting like that, but I just gotta see it. Now, for those who read the comics, let's be nice and not ruin the experience. I read the comments and I'm sure others read the comments too. We just want to talk about the show. Let us have this. But anyways, the first thing we see is how much Mark improved. He's on a whole training regimen in this monster.
A lot of people, and I'm glad he even said that, like Kevin said that, because a lot of people, I watch people do like, commentary about Invincible, break down the episodes. A lot of people, like, I'm not kidding you, like, I don't read the comics, I haven't. 70% of those videos, they will refer to comics and they will spoil shit. They won't give you spoiler warnings, but yeah, because it's issue when Anissa did, it's like, nigga, bro, like, that should be annoying.
He's fighting is really an 8-year-old, and look how concerned the mom looks. Then look at the dad. The guy's unfazed. He got work in 40 minutes. He trying to wrap this shit up. Either he trying to figure out what to tell his boss, or he's getting paid a bag. Whole time he's planning out his shopping spree. About to hit up Gucci, Prada, Dior. I might fuck around and cop a Rolex. Mind you, he just watched his child get uppercutted 50 feet in the air, and best believe he gonna be back next week. But Mark was doing a lot, like working on his heat resistance, I guess, working on his speed, got him flying from the moon and back, and the heaviest thing they could find,
this like the Saiyan training arc, it felt like it
wasn't enough to work on his strength. Had to make a whole machine for it, which still wasn't enough. And they got him doing all this because of Anissa. She came down, whooped his ass real quick, then left. Had them terrified. They said, yeah, the way he is now, he can probably beat her. Maybe, but she mentioned another. And when someone strong mentions another person, you know that nigga's a problem. But that's when Rex pulls up. Breaking news, someone is trying to steal the Declaration of Independence. That is the most random thing to steal. Now, I just want y'all to see how bad this cop got it. Every other cop got evaded or like knocked back or something, right? But look at this guy. He runs in, gets flipped, and look at his face. He's trying to figure out why he just got hit with a set of moves that only individuals with a WWE Tag Team Championship can pull off.
Not the guy, Dudley, the triple D, not the 3D.
In the middle of a fucking staircase.
Relax!
Young, hit him with the guy.
That man is either dead or paralyzed.
Nah, hit him with the Devon Dudley. Nah, that's crazy.
Paralyzed for life. But good news, the heroes show up. And all of a sudden, I feel bad for these guys. They are trying their absolute hardest while these two are talking about women. The worst part is when Rex was like, yo, can you hurry this up? I already beat my guy. And Mark proceeds to say right in front of him, not even looking at him either, oh, I'm just trying to hold back. He's a normal dude. So what he decides to do is before running in, he yells, and I quote, normal this. Does 0 damage while Mark confirms, yeah, totally normal. What else can you do besides accept that you're now his bitch? It's one thing to just lose to Invincible, right? But him having a whole convo mid-fight, pretty much
roasting you mid-fight. And he ain't even roasting you to you. He roasting you to his mans. The disrespect. Mark, you turning into Omni-Man, my nigga. This might be the most villainous you've done so far, nigga. Because you wasn't just trying to beat him physically. You're trying to beat him mentally and emotionally. Nah, nigga. Just knock me out, bro. Don't carry a conversation about how my hands feel like pillows, bro. Especially when I come back with a, oh, you think I'm weak? Just knock me out. Take me out my misery, bro. What we doing, bro?
Says that you're nothing to him and then proceeds to confirm that theory. Now, even with them getting away because Kate's brother pulls up, they are never gonna forget this moment. But the reason why this dude is jumping Rex is because he thinks that Rex is responsible for Kate's death. Now, Mark, can you please stop trying to talk and just fight? You're not Batman. You have no intimidation. Rex is getting violated out there. Now, with this show, expect a lot of black and white scenes because he rips the skull off, plunges it back in the other's head, and that's all I'm showing. Just know there were limbs flying. But as
it gets gruesome.
We already know Kate is alive. Obviously, no one else knew besides Immortal. Turns out she just...
Kate is kind of problematic. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Between all of the seasons, she's been kind of problematic. She's been kind of the issue. I don't know if I like her.
Had a spare clone hiding out. And Rex, who I think has the right to ask why she just let him believe she was dead, and here this nigga go. It was her decision. She can do what she pleases. Yo, can someone fire this guy? So they headed back to their cave.
Someone call Omni-Man back in here and whoop him down. And I'm gonna call Omni-Man here, whoop him down. Shut him up, bro.
Everyone got to see Kate again, and she's now engaged to Immortal. But that wasn't the only surprise. Ray also survived. So we got the whole team back, and Sanson was like, yeah.
I'm gonna keep it tall. I was not the biggest fan of Ray coming back. I actually liked her character, and I feel like they could do more. But now that damn near everybody who died is back, what Invincible did super well was it kept the stakes high. That's the best part of Invincible, is it feels real. Right? Well, not besides superheroes, but when someone died, there was a, but bringing everybody back damn near that died in that fight, it now brings the stakes down a little bit, you know? But technically, Kate, Shorty didn't die. Both of them make sense. The reason why, because if you go back to when the dude swallowed Ray, no, Freaky, hey, yo, and whatever, I think she didn't die 100%, but like her basically looking like she died, Rex being shot in the head and surviving, and then Kate. I always knew Kate was probably going to be alive because I was like, if my power is a duplicate, I literally said that. I said, if I have the power of duplication, you would never see the original version of me. You would never see the original version of me. Even though that one says 1. What does that mean? I'll just make a shirt that says 1. No, if Kate is basically immortal, because as long as she has the original copy chilling, you feel me? They can't kill her.
No one can stand up to us now. Calm down, bro. Y'all got washed on damn near every occasion. Y'all lost to people who call themselves the Lizard League. That should be explanation enough. If I need help and I see the Guardians of the Globe pull up, I'ma cry. If I don't see Eve or Mark tagging along, I know I'm dead. But now we see Mark chilling with the bros, and you know they ended up talking about Eve, right? Mark tells him about when future Eve saved him and how she also said that she loved him for years. And since the Mark in her timeline mine was dead, she never got over it. So she said he should give his even answer, whether he says he likes her or not, just something. Now we all know Mark likes her, we can tell from season 1. But for some reason, he wants to tell her about what future
you got it bad.
You said, and me and you both.
You ain't really wanted Amber, but you took her cause she throwed you the points. You were.
Will, is this dude stupid? Like what Will said, it's okay to be honest, but being too honest is a thing. You gonna mess up the whole play. So he pulls up on her, and bro, if you fuck this up, I'ma be heated. Spoiler alert, he fucked it up. Huh? You just had to tell her. I don't even know what to say. I'm just disappointed. But this is when we see little bro, and listen, when it comes to the sibling / child character, it can go either way. You can have the good ones like my dog AJ, Ellie, Gohan, or
I was about to say, on God in heaven, I was about to say this nigga better say Gohan. On every, boy, I bet y'all could have saw it on my face. I was like, if this nigga don't say Gohan, it's up.
You can have the annoying ones, the Daniels,
Kanye,
the Barutos, the Atreuses. Oh, just thinking about it pisses me off. I pray Ollie's one of the good ones. But we then find out he already got his powers, and Cecil was on that immediately, no time was wasted. The thing is though, before you can get to Ollie, you're gonna have to get past Debbie, and Debbie isn't going for that. She wants Ollie to enjoy being a child. But that's when Cecil gets a call saying that every single hero, including the Guardians, got abducted. Not even 3 minutes ago, bro was talking about how they were unstoppable. The only 2 heroes left were Mark and Eve, so they tracked down Rudy's signal, and it was the scientist again.
Something I gotta say, is it me or is Eve not the most OP? I feel like they still haven't fully explained her powers. Because if her powers are atom manipulation, then she is quite literally the most OP. She's like a omni level mutant, nigga. She like she need to be fighting Superman, my nigga, because like, what? You can just change anything to anything? And then my question is, she could be killing niggas a lot quicker. And you better hope she never becomes a villain, because like, that quite possibly is like Super Magneto. Like, it's not just, they had to make Magneto limited to metal, so he wouldn't be like Adam Eve, because it's like, why doesn't she just turn the air molecules around you, like make them disappear and you just suffocate? You know what I mean? Like, or why didn't she just turn the H2O to water, the air into water, and just have a water bubble in your head and make you drown? Like, that, she's too OP. Like,
this guy lost like 14 times already. We are not worried. But I guess his time in prison, he learned how to communicate with bugs. Strong bugs, but still bugs nonetheless. We are not worried. Yeah, they lost the bugs. But this is the moment where everything changes. Not only did Cecil send down these pods filled with the humanoid robots, meaning he gave Sinclair a damn job, then we see Black Bat on the field, who was on a killing spree back in Midnight City. Mark was not happy about any of this. The moment the situation was handled, he went straight to Cecil. So he gets there and Cecil was like, look, they can't fix their mistakes in prison. You just don't waste people like them. You reform them. Now look, Black Bat is one thing. Yes, he was on a killing spree, but he was technically doing it for good. He wasn't fully lost yet. But Sinclair, yeah, he's using donated corpses now, but you cannot erase his past. At least Black Bat was killing to keep people safe. Sinclair was doing it for the love of the game. Now Mark wasn't backing off. He said, I'm not leaving until you...
the Black Bat part is like, yeah, but just because I don't even really understand his name isn't Black Bat, but I don't understand why there's such a anger on him too, because it's like, wasn't he killing villains? And I know you could be like, that's wrong, but why, nigga, you kill villains? I don't think everybody, just because you don't adopt that Batman belief, not all superheroes are like that, nigga. So you would treat the Punisher like this? Come on, man.
You put them back in prison, so Cecil said, I bet. You know I rock with you, Mark, but you're forcing my hand. My job is to protect this planet from threats. Don't make me add you to the category. Man, I'm not even doing that. I know you ain't just, you better.
Like, I'm gonna keep it tall, Mark. You know what I mean? If there's like a villain who like was messing with kids and Black, was it Shadow? What's his name? The Shadow? Whatever. Wanted to kill him or killed him. you'd be like, no, everybody, man, kill that nigga, bro. What you mean?
Like, tell the shit to unhand
off that boy.
Motherfucker. Told you to unhand me, boy. This is what you want, Cecil?
So Mark turned up from the last couple of seasons. Mark tired of getting whooped every goddamn fight. Yeah. He tired of getting whooped on.
All of them were easy and was like, was that it? Nah. Not gonna lie, Cecil, that was tough. I'm gonna give you that. The Mark was like, look, I'm not gonna stop until you tell everyone what you've done. Listen, I don't want to hurt you. I'm not the one who's gonna get hurt. I thought you don't make threats. Yeah, well, people change. Yo.
Nah, they was barring back and forth. They was barring back and forth that whole time.
Who is he feeling like? He trying to live up to his name. And Mark was ready to fight that entire room, but Cecil has some device in his head. Now, this right here is the point of no return. The fact that you put a device in his head, there's no coming back from that. So he zooms off, made his way to the Guardians, but with that thing in his head, he can't do much. And this is the proudest I've been. I thought the Guardians was going to side with Cecil, but instead they was fighting for Mark. Now, Rex, I know you had good intentions, but you just hold him. The sound wasn't gonna stop by destroying the device. The switch had to be manually turned off. And I think the robot saw this as an opportunity, because ain't no way y'all all decide to jump him now. The moment the switch gets destroyed. And once Rudy blocked the frequency, I knew Mark was gonna snap. He started pulling off Omni-Man exclusive combos, doing things he never done before. He ripped that robot vertically, and everyone is just watching like, damn, I ain't about to calm him down. And honestly, I think Cecil be forgetting he's a normal person. He be talking crazy. He said, hey, Mark, don't you ever threaten me again. Bro, who the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. He just whooped down all your peoples. Nigga, you can't call your man. Hey, yo, this nigga talking crazy. Come down here, bro. I'm at the park, bro. Bring all of them. Bring the blinkies, bring the sticks, bring the knife, whatever. Bring the pokies. And then when they come there, all of them get laid down. And then you tell the nigga to lay them down. You better leave me alone. Nigga, you finna get...
I told you I protect this planet, but don't you ever forget whose blood I got in my veins. If you ever come near my family again, you gonna meet the man he wanted me to be.
Rudy, get this fucking thing out of my head.
Woo!
Now.
Yo, Invincible team, amazing work, bro. That scene, I felt mad for Mark. I was ready to get in there and start boxing the robots my damn self. But afterwards, he tells his folks about what happened. Even told them how he said he'll kill him if he ever comes close to them.
But why didn't you kill him already? Then you wouldn't have to worry.
Bro, how old is he? Bro is like 12 years old talking like that. I'm already knowing he gonna be a problem. But we're back to the Guardians, and obviously they gotta clean this up. But they got to talking, and Ray was like, you know, Cecil spent millions to put me back together, but just had monsters try to rip us apart. I mean, technically, they were after Mark. I just got in the way, but I see what you're saying. Monster Girl was like, yeah, all we are to him is weapons, useful until we're not. And this is when the team starts to divide. One half of the team thinks Cecil went way too far, while the other thinks Mark forced him to do it. And
I ain't gonna lie to you though, if those two teams had to fight, let's just keep it real. Hold on. Okay, so you see this squad, right? They got basically like a Hulk character. I'm not quite sure what this nigga's powers are for real. They got him a little mini Iron Man. They got him a little Gambit, you know what I mean? And they got him a little Ant-Man, right? But I ain't gonna lie to you, gang.
Team thinks Cecil went way too far, while the other
I ain't gonna lie to you. Immortal alone is probably wiping all of them down. And then you got a shapeshifter, and I can't remember what his power is, and then a person who duplicates and is basically immortal. You basically got two niggas you can't kill. Y'all getting washed. I ain't gonna lie. This nigga was going hand in hand with Omni-Man. You getting washed. This squad is washing that squad, nigga.
Thinks Mark forced him to do it. And look how Ray shut Kate up.
I went through just as much as you and Rex. More even. Not anywhere close. There's only one of me. I can't go hide a backup copy of myself away like you can. My powers are different. So
this half of the team decided to stay while the other is leaving. And I don't know what Ruby has planned, because he said, yeah, Monster Girl is the reason why I'm leaving. But Mark is the strongest hero on the planet, and someday I might need him on my side. bro, what do you have planned to where you need to call in a favor from Invincible? But we did get a flashback of Cecil, and I'ma keep it a buck. If the
maybe I read it wrong because people were saying like, yeah, that seemed like it had some villainous intent, and I was like, okay, maybe that was the purpose they did, but I didn't read it like that. That's just a fact. I don't even. Yet, nigga, he the strongest nigga. I'd rather be on his side. I didn't even see that as crazy. You want me to basically saying, if it ever go down, you niggas getting smoked, nigga. So he's got his girl, you know what I mean? Or what he wants to be his girl. And then he got the juggernaut. Like, I didn't even see that as people say, oh, you're going to call him in to do something villainous. I thought it was more he don't want to get his head ripped off, but maybe.
Villains are looking like this,
yeah, Neptune above.
I'm getting no heroics done. Now, Cecil was getting his ass beat, but the funniest part is, this man gets his whole wrist broken, reacted for a split second, and was like, hold on, I'm doing too much. The hoes is watching. But it just gets even worse.
This can't be.
Shorty, you got it, man. Listen, you leave that nigga, I'll lower your sentence. That's my deal, take it or leave it. But you know what they do? They leaked the gas anyway. Skin got boiled off, so Cecil knocks them in, closes the door, and he's a real one, I'll give him that. And the fact that he survived this and was back to normal like nothing happened, do you even need Sinclair when y'all can do stuff like this?
That's what I'm saying. They gotta start pulling back on that shit a little bit. Like, and I get, they're essentially saying in my headcanon, if you're not all the way 100% dead, they can get you back. Like if you have any little bit of a pulse, they can get you back. So it's just like super medicine, right? It's not technically reviving because, you know, the Guardians of the Galaxy, they couldn't bring them back because niggas' heads was ripped. If your head is ripped off, they can't bring you back. But y'all are getting dangerously close when a nigga's skin fall off his body and you could bring it back. You're getting dangerously close to the y'all could just revive niggas thing. But up until this point, they haven't revived anybody actually, unless I'm wrong. They just heal very good.
Not only you survived,
them niggas got a back to tank somewhere in the back.
But the ones who were
niggas got the Saiyan healing pod in the back.
Taking that gas point blank did too, with not a single scar on their body. Man, y'all do not need Sinclair.
Yeah, see?
Bitch should have took.
And they couldn't bring him back once they got the, you know, a 762 landing in your brain is incompatible with life, so they can't revive you. So
my deal. But for real though, this was showing how Cecil used to think exactly like Mark. Can't be working with the bad guys. But him going to prison is what changed his mind. Now, first of all, there's got to be a mistake. This quirkless man does not belong here. I don't know how he's so calm. I would have been squirming in those cuffs. I'm not staying here. Crazy part is though, this dude becomes the boss here. Don't know how he accomplished that. But it's been 3 years, so his boss comes back, told him he has a new position now, and wants Cecil to take his old one. He refused, but listen to this.
You can be the good guy, or the guy who saves the world. You can't be both.
Now that's facts. If Batman didn't
either you die the good guy or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Exist.
Oh my God.
You can say the Batman no kill rule is stupid, and I would agree with you in some cases. But hear me out. I'm just saying. But yeah, speaking of Batman, Black Bat actually joined the Guardians. And even Donald was like, yo, Cecil, I don't know about this one, man. Calling him in when we had no other choice is one thing. But joining the Guardians, he murdered people. And I understand both sides, but shit, you see who's left from the Guardians?
The nigga you're talking to is murdered people. What? On his side. Technically, those two people, the two superheroes he just popped down were on his side. He just didn't like what they were before, and he had smoke for him. So what are y'all, like, what is this? That's why I wish I would have heard his rant, because I don't understand that, bro. I really don't understand that. Because, like, in real life, if someone does something egregious enough, or if someone violates or does things like as many times as the Joker does, they would have been executed that nigga. A cop would have been shot that nigga. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, how many hostage situations do they have to have an old lady with a gun? I've seen less, and niggas, bang, get their whole melon, you know what I mean? Mata combustion. So it's like, I don't think every villain who does a crime or does wrong should die. But once you cross a certain level, once you start murdering, mass murdering, once you somehow keep getting out of jail, breaking out and doing the exact same thing, I feel like Batman becomes complicit at a certain point. At what point when you're the only person who has the power to actually stop some of these people, and you choose to just put a Band-Aid on the problem and not take the medicine, at what point do you become complicit? Go look at some of the villains. They know they're going to get arrested. The Batman can't do nothing. They're going to arrest them and bring them back. It almost emboldens them to keep going. These are slaps on the wrist. Niggas killed 56 people. How many niggas has Joker killed, bro? At a certain point, Batman, he's only killing people to have this back and forth with you. You gotta off him, bro, or you a part of it.
They need all the help they can get.
Nigga, you know how many people you would have saved?
And this moment right here made me proud. Mark missed the first shot, but watch what he does with the rebound.
When I was lying on the ground, the only thing I could think about was you. That what I feel for you isn't some stupid crush.
His Mac is evolving with his powers. He's training his body, but he's also training his Mac game. It's the return of the Mac. Yeah, you got it. Once you really effed up, you gotta hit him with the Keith Sweat. Baby, please. You gotta get the begging, groveling. Every real nigga to not lose a real woman has got the groveling, man. If you ain't never groveled, you ain't never loved her enough. That's a fact. That's a fact, nigga. Hey, if you ain't never, baby, please. It ain't real, man. It ain't real.
Okay.
But now we see Mark training Ollie when they take a quick stop at Arts. Got his first suit and, as long as you're happy. But he wanted to name himself Kid.
I'm just going to keep it real. One thing I've said about Invincible, I think 99% of their superhero costumes are either, at best, super generic and uninspired, but at worst, trash. I don't care what anybody says. You can be mad at me for this. I think Invincible's suit, I've always thought this, is goddamn trash. Invincible's suit looks like when you're playing a superhero game and you're creating a character and you don't have the time you don't really want to create, just want to get to the game, so you just click default or just randomize. Like, at least Oliver got the little and shit. This shit is bro. Like, that suit I don't like nothing about it. The goggles, the fly lens, not wavy, nigga. I hate his suit. I hate most of the suits in the show. Who do I really like their design? I hate most of the superhero designs in the show, basically.
The Omni-Man.
What?
You gonna have a target on your back the second you debut. But he wasn't the only one who got a new fit. I'm rocking with the black and blue, not gonna lie.
Black and blue is definitely better than the other colorway, for sure. I still think it just feels a little uninspired. I guess that it's supposed to be an I, like the letter I. Okay, I could tell it a little better with the black and blue. The black and blue is definitely better. I hate the goggles, though. I've always hated them.
And they got a perfect chance to test out
Okay, that is the most generic lightning suit I've ever seen.
the new suits. But this dude Ollie just doesn't listen. Mark said, look, you gonna sit here and watch. I'ma handle this. He couldn't even let those words marinate for 2 seconds. He ran straight in, gets blasted, laid out on the pavement. That's what Mark pretty much washed these guys. Like, imagine getting gripped by the chest, beat down, chest gripped again and chucked into a wall. Within the span of 5 seconds, retirement is your only option after that. And the only thing Ollie had to say was, yo, bro, you ain't saved one for me? So now we see Debbie is finally getting out of her shell, going on dates. She deserves love. But telling this guy your whole life story on the second date, including that your son is invincible, is actually insane. Also, they were on...
You can tell she ain't been in the game for a while. She just got to spelling. She ain't had nothing else to talk about. Got to spelling
the news. And I guess humans might actually be stupid because they couldn't fathom a costume change. They saw the blue suit and for some reason thought it was someone copying Invincible. They're calling him Invincible. Wow. The Viltrumites may have been right. There's
the Viltrumites suits, the way their design, fire. I like their design. It's fire. It looks inspired. It looks like something. Like a unique to this show. I like it.
No saying for them. These niggas are stupid. So we see that the Mauler twins are back for the 37th time, and even they know the
basically
Guardians suck. They were
All right, I'm not gonna do this for everybody, but let's just go through. Immortal suit is cool. I've never been too mad at it. I don't know. It still has the same little bar right here for like that Invincible has, and it feels like the eye thing. This is one of the most generic suits I've ever seen. This fake Batman is. It literally looks like copyright friendly Batman. Awful. Case I'm not too mad at. I hate the shoulder thing. He looks a little doofy. He looks like he's wearing his big brother's costume.
Offended that only 5 put up. Now, Black Bat might honestly put up a fight. What is Kate going to do besides get her ass beat 20 times? I don't even know how Samson got on the team. I swear I don't even know what his powers are. I don't even know your name. And Immortal? Nigga, you just ass. So Samson couldn't even get a turn before getting knocked out. Immortal gets chucked into a beam. Why is he still employed? Has he won a single fight? He's probably the only person on this planet who has a KD ratio, and that shit is negative. Randy Cunningham almost got bodied, but Black Bat saves him. And instead of saving him again, because
I ain't gonna lie though, Black Bat's power is so, I'm gonna call him Black Bat because is so fire. I hate his costume design. I really wish they would have, it's just added more to it, but
had ample time to do so. He says, look out. He didn't even try this time. And Kate's doing exactly what we all expected, losing. Then Bat attacks the legs, flip.
All right, maybe I was dead wrong. Maybe the squad wouldn't beat the other squad. I thought powers-wise it should have, but I did forget that the Maulers twins kind of put belt to Al.
It's over and accomplished nothing. Now, I will give credit where credit is due. Immortal was mixing this shit. Not for long, though. He wasn't doing enough damage to lay him out. Continuing coverage of the crisis at the nuclear silo, the Guardians of the Globe is on scene, but there's been no updates since they entered. Do not get your hopes up. I repeat, do not get your hopes up. All citizens have been advised that if you're in trouble, please hesitate. Do not call these niggas. You're better off yelling for Adam Eve and hope she's in the area. Prayer is your only chance at survival. Ma, you see this shit? Those were the people I was working with. I mean, it can't be that bad. It's a 5v2. What? A 5v2. They have someone who can create.
It is a 5v2. Oh no, y'all niggas is trash. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Clones and they still can't jump correctly.
Yeah, it's actually more than a 5v2. It's actually a infinity verse 2 because Kate could duplicate. Oh yeah. Or what? Because she only duplicate 8 times. So what? It's really 2v. $11 or $12?
So Mark pulls up and Ollie was right behind him. Not gonna lie, that was a clean entrance. You a badass little kid. You don't listen, but that was cold. And Mark, come on, bro. Did you lose your Zenkai boost? Letting a child outperform you is crazy. And the only reason he got his face slammed into the pavement is because you distracted him. So he finally breaks free, got rid of that one, shoulder checked the next. And the twins were taking no chances. They said that punch was a little too hard. Let's just get this over with. Launch the missile so Mark goes after it. Meanwhile, Ollie is punching jaws off like, excuse me? Was you like this the whole time or what? Yeah, so Mark catches up with the missile and him and Ollie are synced up. Nah, bro. Who this Jason Todd? Gonna be Red Hood in a couple months? Little dude gonna be a problem. His whole demeanor changed. Went from a little kid to a traumatized grown man. And he proceeds to walk him down. The man is begging for mercy, but he probably doesn't even know what that means. Obliterated that man's face with no hesitation. And he really had the audacity to claim that was an accident. Nah, bro, we saw you. You were dead serious. And I don't know what Cecil was doing, like we didn't give you a clear warning.
Yeah, caught him.
Y'all don't understand
Mark
the amount of times I replayed this scene. The dude never looked this cool before. It must be the new suit. The landing too. Yo, who is this? It's not Mark Grayson. And look at Cecil. I couldn't imagine what's going through his head. He has never made that
Then that Denver Nugget ass color scheme that they used to have. That Golden State Warrior ass color scheme. Nigga, I like the black and it's more menacing. You know what I mean?
Impression before. And you know Immortal punk ass not gonna do nothing. He's always so high and mighty until a Viltrumite in the room. Hey, you better put him down. Don't you dare do that. Hey, Invincible, put him down, man. Please. Invincible, don't make me come up there and Talk to me about it. Invincible, don't make me handle this with words. But this wasn't how I imagined this scene playing out, though. I thought Ollie was going to put Mark in a position to where he was going to kill. He's already down that path. I thought it was going to happen now. But clearly, Ollie doesn't need protection. So Mark is talking with him and he's heated. Rightfully so. This little boy just caught 2 bodies and not an ounce of regret, compassion, nothing. Caught 2 bodies and stood on that. And now Ollie's upset because Mark is upset and this little boy must be hiding his true power. For a second, I thought Mark couldn't catch up. I was about to be pissed. If this child who just got his powers is better than you, I would have felt some type of way.
You can't.
But the aging and the powers is different with him. He's aging faster, so it might be his powers are growing faster too.
Just kill people and pretend it's no big deal.
Isn't it responsible to make sure that the bad guys never hurt anyone else? People kill each other all the time, and most people aren't even special like us. They're just normal. Do you ever think that maybe Dad was right?
Oh no. No. Lil bro is unsavable. He's been surrounded by a loving family.
I ain't gonna lie to you, they wrote the shit out of Oliver. They wrote his character lovely. God, they wrote that character great. Because Kevin is right. Like, when it comes to kid characters, boy, it's a gamble, nigga. It's a gamble. But the way that I think you do it right is if you write them like actual kids act. And boy, they wrote him like a little kid. That is quite literally exactly how I believe a little kid with superpowers, who's trying to understand morality, who's not even from this planet, with that writing. Because the writing, the writing good when halfway through it, you like, man, you wrong, but like, I see where you coming from, nigga. And are you really wrong? I don't know. If Mark beats somebody up, takes them to jail, they get out, do another crime and kill somebody, you could have saved that person. So that person who died family, what you think they would have wanted you to do? Like, come on, bruh. Yeah,
a caretaker, living in a nice neighborhood, experienced no hardships in life. That is deadass just how he feels. So Debbie kind of talks some sense into him, saying, what if she died? Is her life not precious? Think about how others would feel if they lost someone they cared about. Just because you don't know them, it doesn't make their lives less important.
The Maulers didn't have friends or family.
Ah, hell nah. But there wasn't any signs, they said. That little boy is corrupt. He gonna say he understands now, but just wait till he's older. He gonna do whatever he wants then. But until that day, I guess we're good. Nothing to worry about. If y'all don't move after that, I don't know what to tell you. Got drones outside your crib. And look who's back. Angstrom survived. Yo, give the Invincible team a round of applause. Invincible came back and went 3 for 3. I was expecting 1 episode, but was given...
I don't know if that's Angstrom or if that's not just a different variant of Angstrom, which is another reason why I hope all this multiverse shit stops in everything. In Marvel, in movies, in Invincible. I hope, because people don't understand all the multiverse has done is ruin the stakes of anything. Because if that is another variant of Angstrom or Lanks or whatever, then it just boils down to Mark's initial like killing him and what that did to him. It doesn't really matter anymore, or it doesn't really matter because you could always get another one. Stop it. Can we just stay on one timeline, one reality, bro? And when a nigga die, he die, bro. Come on, man.
3 bangers. See, this is why I don't like watching weekly, because now we have to wait for the next episode.
Man, I love this show, though. Love it.